Hello boys and girls, welcome to the Math Club. In this video, we're gonna revise some questions about Unit 2. Let's take a look at some questions here. Question 1. Factorize x squared minus 64. Now, to factorize equations like these or expressions like these, we have to understand that we're gonna use the double bracket method because we have nothing in common between x squared and negative 64. So we have to use the bracket method in which we open two brackets and then we say that x squared means what? Very good. It means x times x. And the negative constant here means what? It means it's subtraction. And subtraction means what? Very good. It means different signs. So because we have subtraction, so it means different signs. So here we're going to have negative and positive. So as we said, the negative constant tells me that we're going to subtract. And because we're subtracting, it means we have different signs between the numbers. So it's negative and positive, or positive and negative. And we notice that the 64 is a square number. And this square number happens when you multiply 8 by 8. Now, how do you find the answer for square numbers? Very good. You just put them under the square root. And when you put them under the square root, you'll get the answer. So the answer is 8. So here we put 8 and 8. And this is the answer of this question. So it's 8 or x minus 8 and x plus 8. Now, we put a tick on the answer here. Good job. Now let's move on to the next question. Question 2. Simplify 14f minus 7y plus 11f plus 5y. In this question, we have to add the like terms together, the ones which are like each other, and the other ones, we add them together. Here we have f, and here we have f, so we add them together. And by adding means working out together. If it's addition, we add them. If they have the same signs, we're going to add them. And if they have different signs, we're going to take the sign of the biggest number and we're going to subtract them. Now, both of them here, they have positive signs. So we're going to add them. So 14 plus 11 equals, very good, 25f. And then we have negative 7y plus 5y. They have different signs, so we're going to take the sign of the bigger number, which is 7. So we put negative here. And then we subtract them, which is 2y. So the answer is 25f minus 2y. So we look for the answer, and it's over here. Very good. Now, let's move on to the next question. Question 3. Simplify fully. Let's take a look at the question here. We have 9 with a bracket 2b plus 8, and then we have 4 with a bracket 7b minus 5. And by the meaning of simplify fully, it means simplify as much as you can or as much as possible. Now, if we want to simplify, let's come here first. We're going to use the space here to simplify. How do we simplify this? By expanding the number which is attached to the bracket to remove the brackets. So we're going to multiply the 9 here and then multiply it here. And let's check the answers. So 9 times 2 equals 18. B, good. And then 9 times 8 equals, very good, positive 72. Now we finished this bracket. Now we're going to start with the other one. So plus 4 multiplied by 7b and then multiplied by negative 5. So plus 4 multiplied by 7b equals, very good, it's going to be 28 positive, of course, 28b. And then 4 times negative 5. As we said, different signs, when you multiply them, you always get negative. So negative 20. Very good. Now, we take a look at this expression. We need to simplify it more. How do we simplify it? By adding the like terms. Now, the like terms here, we have 18b, and then we have plus 28b. So we're supposed to add them together because they have the same signs. So 18b plus 28b equals what? Very good. 8 plus 8 is 16, so it's 46. Good job. So we have 46b, and then other like terms, which are constants, we have 27 and negative 20. These two constants, they have different signs. One of them is positive, one of them is negative. So we take the sign of the biggest number, or the bigger number, which is 72, which is plus, and then we subtract the numbers. So 72 minus 20 equals 52. Very good. And this is the final answer for this question. We can't simplify this more because we don't have like terms. So the answer will be 46b plus 52, which is this answer here. Very good. Now, in simplifying, you have to focus on the like terms. If you have like terms, you can simplify the question or the answer, the expression. And if you don't have like terms, you can't simplify them anymore. Now, let's take a look at question 4. Question 4 here says factorize. And factorizing, as we said, if we don't have common numbers or common variables between all the elements, it means we're going to use the double bracket method. Now here we have a quadratic expression. We're going to factorize it. Now we're going to use the space up here. When we factorize quadratic equations, we said what, or quadratic expressions, we said we use the double bracket method. Very good. Now the double bracket method, it means we make two brackets like these. And the x means what? Very good. X times x. And then we look at the sign of the constant. The sign of the constant here says plus, so addition. Plus means add. Now, what kind of numbers do you add together? Do you add different signs or same signs? Very good. Basically, you add the numbers if they have the same sign. So it means that these two numbers, this one and this one, they have the same sign. And how do you know the sign of these numbers? You take a look at the sign of the coefficient of x. If it's negative, it means both of these are negative. And if it's positive, it means both of them are positive. So as we have here, we have negative 10. So both of these will be negative. Because when we add two negative numbers, we're going to end up with a negative answer. Now, we need two numbers here. When you multiply them, you get 24. And when you add them together, you get negative. When you add them together, yes, we get negative 10. So two numbers, when you multiply them, you get 24. And when you add them together, you get negative 10. Now, to make things faster for you, you have to take the 24 and factorize it. So we're going to take the 24 and factorize it. How do we factorize it? By writing 24 here, and then writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. And then we write the multiply sign next to each number. And then we divide the 24 on these numbers. And the answer that we get, we write it here. So let's start with the first one. 24 divide 1 equals 24. So we write 24 here. And then 24 divide 2 equals 12. Very good. And then divide 3 equals 8. And then divide 4 equals 6. And then divide 5. It doesn't work, so we don't use 5. Now, after finishing this, I divided 24 on these numbers to get the factors of 24. Now, I need two of these factors. When you add them up together, you'll get 10. So which ones do you think? Is it the 1 and the 24? Very good. No, it's not. Is it the 2 and the 12? Very good. It's not. Is it the 3 and the 8? Very good. It's not. Is it the 4 and the 6? Very good. It's the 4 and the 6. So two numbers, when you add them up together, you get 10. It's 4 and 6. So the answer will be 4 and 6. And this is how you answer a question like this. Now, let's check the answer in the box here. X minus 4, x minus 6. Focus, guys, when you factorize quadratic equations or expressions, you have to take the constant and factorize it too. So you can end up with the numbers that you're looking for. Now, let's move on to the next question. Question 5. Find a solution to the equation. To find a solution to the equation, it means you're finding the value of x. So to find the value of x, put all the numbers in one side and x on the other side. So we're going to take the 30 and put it in the other side. So it's going to be negative 30. Now we continue solving. We will say that x squared equals 226 minus 30. And the answer will be 196. So x squared equals 196. Now, because we have x squared and we want to get rid of the squared, what's the opposite of square? Very good. If we want to remove the square, we have to put the square root because both of them are opposite to each other. So we have to put the square root here to find x. Very good. So square root here and square root here. So x equals, we put 196 under the square root. So square root of 196 equals 14. So x equals 14, and this is the answer. Now we find 14 and we tick it. And this is how you answer a question like this. I hope you understood the idea, because in equations we have to simplify as much as possible, and to solve an equation or find a solution for the equation, we have to find the value of the variable. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.